So between now and last episode, I've been trying to work out where we're going wrong. Things are going so slowly at the moment, we're not making much progress, and things just seem to be absolutely obliterating us when things seem to be going well. Now, I've looked into things as to how we can sort of address these issues. One of them is converting people. Turns out I do have a mod installed that allows for easier conversion with the convert ability for Robbie here as our moral guide. I haven't been using it and not making the most of it. My own fault. It would make things a lot quicker. And I think in general, we've just been really unlucky with colonists as well. I think the RNG of this series is absolutely obliterating us. And losing a Leo, our best possible colonist, has really put a dampener on things. And let's be fair, if Leo is love, Leo is life. Well, where are we without Leo? So the plan for today is consolidation. Let's take what we've got, let's make the most of it, and let's absolutely maximize it to the max. I want to empty out the prison today, get everybody in here enslaved, armed with weapons, so we can go out on our journeys. I think I need to be doing more and more quests to get as much as we can, no matter if they are just a little bit of a journey away, because it's probably going to be worth it in the long run. So the plan for today, simple sausages, get the prisoners, build the base up and everything, and go from there and actually make some progress. So if you enjoy any of today's episode and are excited to see Jones actually make progress, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Let's go into things, and what I've done immediately is decided that what we're going to do is convert somebody in the prison. Obviously, we're going to convert somebody that's not very close to being able to be converted, so we could go for Aurelius in here, or Romeo. Are either of you good at building? Well, Aurelius isn't, so we're going to go for Romeo and assume that he might be good. And enslaved. Moriarty has been enslaved. I feel like there's some sort of joke to be made there, but I don't have nearly enough intelligence for it. Moriarty is a genie, however, with 9 intellectual. Isn't very good for a genie, honestly. Not the best. Critical passion of art. They will pretty much be permanently on intellectual, though, and free up some jobs for some other people. And slaves as well. Latino as well. Not Latino. Latino. Oh my god, it's going to really confuse me throughout this what to call you. Welcome, Latino. You are also a genie as well. Intellectual, crafting, and kind of good at shooting as well, which is very nice. Another combat slave is always appreciated. And another one. Romeo has been enslaved as well. Romeo, what are you good at again? Oh, construction and animals. Very, very nice. And they are a dog person, which is very, very sexy, might I add. A male 79-year-old dog person, and I'm calling them sexy. Holy moly. Construction 8, though, is huge to actually have a colonist capable of construction. Massive. We're just making absolute gains this episode. And the storyteller has changed. We've had Randy Random, we've had Igor Invade, we've had Phoebe Chillax. Now Cassandra Classic. Okay, I mean, that's absolutely fine. It could go either way for us. Our colony wealth is currently sitting at about 74,000. Is that it? Jesus Christ, okay. Well, I'd imagine it won't be too much, and we do have a hell of a lot of slaves now, all equipped with weapons of some sorts. Just a couple more prisoners to enslave, and then we can go out on our adventures. Perfect, so despite us not actually having all the prisoners enslaved, we have now got a pretty much fully functional kill box again, something that we can use to actually defend ourselves, which is perfect. Building is kind of getting on with things, and we're doing not too bad, so let's go out in the world, do some adventuring. Now, the closest things we've got to us is a farming worksite for raw fungus. Doesn't sound like a very appetizing meal, but I'm telling you, the fungussy will suffice at the moment. We have no food, and keeping all these people alive is not going well. Let's send a caravan out to go look at the fungussy and capture the fungussy. I'm not going to say fungussy again, I promise. And a raid just as before we set off on our adventure. The Unrest group have arrived nearby, looking to cause some upset. 7 of them, not too bad. The Muffalo did go through our traps over here, so they set off a few of them, but we should be okay. Let's bring everybody inside and hope it'll be okay. And unfortunately, Dutch has been caught outside, having a tantrum with the Muffalos, and it has become the death of her. Death in 6 hours. She's been absolutely obliterated by a couple of grenades. R.I.P. And the pirates from the Unrest group are fleeing. They didn't make it through all of our traps, thankfully. We got one more left in there to deal with, and that is about it. And microelectronics is complete. Microelectronics allows us to start researching towards getting androids, which is absolutely fantastic. I am going to put a stop to research for the time being so we can try catch up with growing and everything. But I mean, microelectronics, sick. And they have arrived at the farming worksite. 5 of them. It's a little army of them. This should be absolutely fine, though. Looking around the map, unfortunately, there aren't any ruins here for us to use and make the most of. Apart from a steel bed and a steel dresser, not much else. Let's get into position and get the slaves to go to work. Immediately, Janssen's getting involved. The sheriff is teaching these guys a lesson. The tribals with gas masks. It is a vibe, I cannot lie. And there we are. The area is now safe. The tribals are fleeing. Janssen did get bruised with a hatchet, unfortunately, but otherwise it's absolutely fine. Let's see if there's any more loot here. No more loot here per se, but there is 632 raw fungus, which is very, very nice. Nothing else on the map for us to deconstruct. No ruins or anything. No worries. Let's pack everything up and head on our way. Now, as we do actually have some food on us, we have got capabilities of carrying 1,100 kilos. I think I might actually take a journey over to these mining work sites over here. The possibility to get more prisoners, to be able to get more loot out of this. We can carry so much stuff, and we have an on-the-move army at the moment. Why not? A caravan has arrived at the next steel mining site. It's a neutral camp. That has not stopped us before, and now, nor is it stopping us now. What are we looking at? I can spot a steel mini turret. Fantastic. That makes things a hell of a lot easier. And the tribes people are now attacking us. The Lalan kinship. We're standing our ground here. As usual, Janssen is commanding his troops. Very impressive, you know. We've got an absolute squadron here. Perfect. That's everything collected. Let's head to the next mining work site. This one's got 4 people, so we can get some gold. The one after that's got some steel. And there we go. We've managed to build ourselves a nice comms console, so we can now summon the Diabolus if we want to. Not sure if we will or not. I feel like maybe get into mech tech a little bit might be a very good idea. And probably once we do pick up the research for it, I will focus on it. Caravan has arrived at the next location as well. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Looks like we've got some very nice ruins on the map here for us to explore as well. Perfect. And there they are now attacking us as well. These ones are also tribals. I feel like we're just bullying tribals this episode. That's all we've done is just obliterate a load of tribals with minor technology. As if we could keep a couple of them alive, though, that would be nice. Area is now safe as well. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So looking around at the ruins that are already on the map, we have a poker table. I will take that home with me if I can. Very, very handy. A solar-powered generator, some AC units and things. Pemmican. Not too bad. Perfect, so that's everything. Deconstruction, everything. Well, let's get out of here and take our 2 slaves with us. And enslaved. Aurelius has been enslaved as well. Another slave to add to the collection. The Ash Ketchum of slavery, a.k.a. Jones, is doing a fantastic job. Aurelius is pretty decent as well. Good at melee, cooking, and medical as well. A kind of all-rounder colonist that will be very helpful around the base. And a conversion. Tsubaki has been converted. For those who don't know, Tsubaki has been here for probably the longest out of every single colonist we have here, apart from the original 4. Very nice to know that we finally converted her, and I've actually been able to use Robbie properly, which is very, very nice. To have a planting skill will be lovely. And the last steel mining work site has been reached. What are we looking at? Not too much again. No ruins here whatsoever, but we'll take what we can get. And Moriarty has decided to go wild. Really, Moriarty? Really? I mean, I'm not going to miss you that much, honestly. 17-year-old genie with not much skill in much. I'll just attempt to tame you back. I'm not going to stress about it, honestly. Perfect, and all the Neanderthals have been taken out here as well. We claim our reward, and we go from there. I guess it was a pretty good thing to go do all these steel working sites and all the other farming ones and everything. Would have been nicer if we'd got more out of it, but not the end of the world. Perfect, and that's everything from all the mining work sites and everything completed. Now, another one has spawned in down here, but it's only got mushroom logs. I really can't be bothered to just go for mushroom logs. Don't think it's worth it whatsoever. I think what we need to be trying to do is do only the complexes and things like that are out in the open, not in the mountains, just to make it easier to access all the ruins and everything. I think maybe we could go up here to this farm. 1,329 slime. What are you doing with that much slime? Gross. What? But I mean, we'll go up there next, get some slime. I think we can eat that. I think. Food at the moment is pretty dire for us, honestly, and I will just go do anything at the moment to try bulk up our resources and just stuff to do, you know? And Moriarty is hunting Robbie for food. Why would you do that? Robbie obviously can't even fight back, which is even worse. Dutch, come out here. You were once wild yourself. Hirokazu, come out and help as well. Jones can't even help. We have literally nobody that can help you, Robbie. I am so sorry. Bobber just has to watch on and run as Moriarty hunts down Robbie. It is a occasion that nobody is wanted. And Hirokazu comes to the rescue of Robbie. Moriarty's gone down, bleeding out in 3 hours. The right thumb has been destroyed. Let's rescue Moriarty. They were one of us, obviously. We should probably look after them as best as we can. Everyone has arrived back. The boys are back in town with our 2 lovely prisoners. Both of them stayed alive, which I'm genuinely shocked at. Let's take both of them to bed. Look at who they are. One of them is unwaveringly loyal. I don't care. I can still enslave you. And Moriarty is joined. Welcome, Moriarty. He is happy that we rescued him. We beat him, cut off his thumb, and told him that he needs to join. Obviously, we're going to just heal him quickly. Then I'm going to enslave him because you should be enslaved. Now, unfortunately, whilst they were on their travels, Romeo did die. Toxic buildup just absolutely obliterated them. And, you know, our little furry here did not last. Massive shame. Obviously, the Construction 8 has been lost. But we do have 2 more slaves. We have Zoxo Kai here. Holy! 10 in animals, 11 in melee, 10 in shooting, double passion in so many other things. A fine replacement for Romeo, that is for sure. Blimey, that's amazing. Jesus. And then we have Heron here, who is unwaveringly loyal, but we can't see their stats for some reason. And enslaved Tsubaki. This is the episode of true slavery. Who hasn't been enslaved this episode? Who hasn't? Tell me. Apart from these new people here. Even Tsubaki's been enslaved, which is ridiculous. She's going to be permanently on plants. That's it. That is all she's going to do. Welcome, Tsubaki. Welcome. Christ. It's been a long time coming, that has. Death. Tsubaki. Malnutrition. All these months, all these years in game, we've been trying to get Tsubaki, and she dies because she's a bit hungry. Oh my god. That's awful. Destroy the bison. I can't believe it. This colony is a mess. We've making a lot of progress this episode in terms of getting more food and everything. Like, we've got people working full time in the farms and everything, trying to grow what we can, go out and hunt. I'm so frustrated. Jeez. And enslaved, another one. Even though we can't even keep up with the ones we've already got, Heron has been enslaved now. Heron, unfortunately, is down because they have a shattered spine. Well, it's okay. They're unwaveringly loyal anyway, but they have got a critical passion in plants, so a colonist that would be very good to pick up in the future, but at the moment is literally just going to be eating our food, and that is it. A raid from the Poison Gang. Well, it's been a while since anything's happened, and honestly, I'm welcoming it. I don't mind. I'll take any slaves, honestly, at the moment. Any slaves. I will take them, because I've got nothing else that I can do at the moment other than get more slaves to get more work. We've got choke patches, 7 humans here. Hopefully they go round and go through our kill box here. Hopefully. Please make my life a little bit easier. I would really appreciate it. And the wasters from the Poison Gang are fleeing. Thankfully, our traps did the job there. It's just easy peasy, honestly. It's just too easy. And Kai has been enslaved as well. We've had, how many slaves join us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with one of them dying. 7 with another one dying. 7 slaves have joined us this episode, and we still can't make any progress. Oh! Game, please. I'm doing my best. Storyteller has changed it once again. Randy Random's back. No worries, honestly. Cassandra Classic kind of didn't really do anything. She probably took pity on me, honestly. Cassandra Classic definitely took pity. And I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to end today's episode. I've just ran out of time completely. We're going to look at this episode as an episode of trying to fix all of my previous mistakes. I've spent a lot longer today working on trying to fix what's going on with this series and with the colony in general. It just seems a mess. I don't know what's going on, whether I expanded too quickly or my colonists have just been absolutely awful and I can't work out why. It was very nice being able to go out to all the different farming work sites and everything and get the gains from that. The plan for next episode is to continue with what we're trying to do, trying to get more people and just trying to stabilize the colony so I can focus on research and getting cars and things again. So if you have enjoyed today's episode, and I really do appreciate it if you have, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.